All right,
Let's go.
Hey, hola mi gente. It's your man, Flex McGee, sitting there for the Afro Rican, Orlando Crespo. One time. Y'all know what we about to do. We here to give them the rice and beans. You know what I mean? What a slide.
Hey.
It's your boy, Colin Parshawn. Here with a little paint. Well, it ain't a little seasoning with some reasoning. We got... Tell the people who he is. I ain't even gonna tell them.
Hey, this is Theo, as 15 would say.
Dang, he called you 15. 18.
God, damn.
Yeah, close enough, man. He nervous. Let him live.
He called me the studio audience.
Okay.
This is Theo.
That's our brother Theo, our OG Theo.
Theo, I'm gonna need you talking to Mike though. We can't hear you.
Yeah,
bro.
Oh, yeah,
you've been
I
around long
forgot.
enough.
Yeah. I've been around long enough.
He know better.
Yeah.
You know who it is. You know the voice.
Okay. Hey man, I see you got it. That's a nice little bracelet you got
Yeah,
there.
you know what I'm
huh?
saying? One little-
This one right here.
Show your
That's
little
that's
nugget.
a little
Show-
nugget
yeah.
right, yeah? Yeah, we'll see the
Okay, there we go. You know what I'm saying?
nugget right, yeah?
Early.
If I do this all day, you know what I'm doing.
Right. He telling y'all silver is back in.
Never went away. You just got to know how to rock it.
Let's go, man.
What's going on, people?
Yo, before y'all get started, you gotta start letting me know which song you playing before we start.
Crespo don't need to know that.
Crespo do this all the time.
You're
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah, I'm a backup. You gotta give me a little.
You know,
cue.
usually we try to do a little, a little tune-up
Little-
before, but today we just jumped out the
Yeah,
cliff
we just-
today.
yeah.
We lied.
We lied
You
today.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We jumped out the cliff today.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. So what's going on, man? It's Halloween.
It is.
Did y'all notice?
Yeah.
I didn't really
I don't
notice.
pay no attention to that.
It
I've been
is.
seeing it all day.
Shout out to my OG, Big Mike Scandrett. Today is his nest day.
Okay.
So happy nest to
born
him.
day.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out. Why you don't really know this Halloween, though?
I don't pay that stuff. All that stuff pagan, man.
It's fake?
Yeah, I don't fool with none of that. This ain't my thing. For those of y'all who do it, man.
Happy trick or treat.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You know, have you ever looked up the history of it, though? Like, where it really derived from?
I have looked up the history of a lot of this stuff. I don't particularly remember Halloween, but I can give you a quick Halloween thing. I remember, and she's gonna see this. Halloween used to always traditionally start at the NBA season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Remember, so we'd
absolutely.
be in there, and my mom would take like my sisters, and they would all go trick or treating, and they'd be leaving me. My mom used to decorate the house; she was all into it.
Yeah.
And they would take my sisters, and I'd be there. She'd be like, hand out candy, and this, that, there, and the third. And as soon as they get like down the block, whoever came to the house, I'm giving them all the candy we got. Sorry, Mom.
So
That's a story that she doesn't know.
So they love coming there first.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I'm trying to watch the game.
Yo, I never even got to eat the candy, bro. My moms would let me go out and get it.
Yeah.
Throw that out.
Man, that bag, I had to really just 2 bags, man. This the one I'm going to get her. This the one I'm going to keep. You know what I'm saying? Because my mother wasn't for that, man. It was a lot of,
It was putting stuff in.
Yeah,
Candy. Y'all remember
absolutely.
that?
I remember that
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
was
so,
putting stuff in.
She
the
wasn't
candy.
even playing that, man. She was, she just throw it in the trash, bro.
Oh, man, damn. Well,
Go straight to trash.
it wasn't that tough for me. We had a pillowcase full of candy.
Yeah.
We were going to school candied up for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just eating candy.
Lunchtime rappers everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
All up under the desk, teachers, all this candy. I know y'all got a good lick for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never cared for it.
You never cared for it?
Because I think I was probably about 10. Trick-or-treating and got my badge snatched.
Oh, I was one of them kids.
So I just gave up.
Snatchers.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I did. I had a big bag. That pillowcase you was talking about?
we had
Yeah.
pillowcase.
Yeah. So
We
big
were-
boys just came out of nowhere and they just snatched
Oh,
me.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we rolled in. We was pretty thick, so if you snatch one bag, you got to snatch all our bags.
Oh,
It
y'all
was a
was
lot.
like-
of,
yeah,
we was thick.
Yo, it was like me and 4 other cats, man. That was it.
we
Whoever
was-
was in the neighborhood, we didn't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Whoever was ready to go, it was time to go, we left.
Yeah,
That was it, man.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I did look up a little bit on the history, and it makes sense. It derived from a old Celtic ceremony that they would do. For them back then, their New Year was on November the 1st, which they call Saints Day. So October 31st was literally the end of their summer. So what they felt like then was when that was when the dead would come back, and in order for them, they would make a big bonfire and they would dress up. So when the dead spirits came back, they wouldn't know who they were. So that's where the kind of dressing up things come back to kind of ward off the dead spirits that come back. And they said they just equated it with because with November coming, it was equated to death and just sorrow just because it was cold. They just equated it to that. So that's why they said Halloween for them was they would do the bonfire and dress up to ward off the spirits because they would come.
So that's a Celtic tradition?
Yeah, Celtic, yeah. So that's back. Yeah, there you go, way back.
So with like Christians, so when they celebrate the Halloween, so it's supposed to be the Devil's Night or something like that?
Not necessarily. It's literally saying that that's when the dead spirits come. It's the closest they are to the real world. So that's why they would put on and dress up just so they wouldn't recognize the humans to kind of ward them off. And so, of course, by the time it got to America, the whole trick-or-treating came into play or whatever.
They
But
found out a way to make money.
Yeah, make money.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Capitalism,
but yeah,
Absolutely. They found out a way to make money.
right. And they said it got real big, like when all the immigrants was coming from Ireland and all that, and that's where it got real popular here in the States. So yeah, pretty interesting.
I guess.
Yeah, you going trick or treat night?
Oh, it's Halloween's today?
Yeah.
I thought it was yesterday. I thought it was yesterday.
I don't pay no attention.
Got these two.
It was kids in my neighborhood dressed up yesterday, man. I thought it was yesterday.
I know you keep. Don't you got like Devil's Night in Detroit where y'all burn the whole
burning
city?
down the house.
Yeah.
What?
Y'all ain't never heard of that?
No, I ain't never heard of it.
Curfew used to be like 5 o'clock, bruh.
Oh yeah,
Devil's
Night.
Night.
Hell night for y'all, right?
Devil's Night. That's what we call it. Devil's Night. Yeah, they burn everything, dog.
Hey, Theo, I can't really hear you, bro.
Okay, but you know the strangest. I got a call yesterday, right? It was somebody called by mistake. White man called, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna be ready tomorrow, and we're gonna do the trunk in the trunk, the Trump at the Trump."
Oh,
but he was saying, I thought he was saying the Trump at the Trump rally tomorrow, but he was saying the trunk in the treat. Where they give candy out of their trunk.
The trunk or treat.
Yeah,
the trunk or treat. And I was like, sir, you got the wrong number. Because I thought he was talking about a Trump rally. I was like, nah, I think you got the wrong number.
He was white?
Because he was white. Because he had FaceTime you. He was like, no, he was like, you're going to be ready tomorrow. We're going to do the trunk and the treat. Now, he sounded white to me. We're going to put it that way.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, good.
But I thought he was talking about a Trump rally. I was like, I think you calling the wrong number here.
Oh, goodness.
Since we going that way.
You can't go to a Trump rally?
No, I can't go to a Trump rally. I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
They might give you some love because, you know, they shooting for us right now. We real popular black folk with you. So they would be real welcoming for you to come up in there.
Nah. I'm not silk and diamond. Nah, I'm not ready for that one yet.
Yo, man, get to the show, man.
Well, since we are talking about politics, man, have we learned anything else about these candidates? Because, you know, I know that early voting stuff jumped off real heavy.
Yeah.
All over.
They said yesterday 85 million voted.
That's crazy.
85 million yesterday. I seen that when we was at the line.
Yeah. Oh, they serious.
million.
They serious about it. I can't say I learned anything else about it.
Yo, listen to this, man. This was going to happen. Just picture this. Ride with me one time. Ride with me one time.
Okay.
Biden's going to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Year and a half into it, something's going to happen to him.
Health-wise.
Kamala's going to be the president, bro. That's the only way they could get it to happen. If you watch this whole thing, when she started, check this out. I ain't been drinking Flex. Watch, listen. Maybe I need to.
Flex don't want to hear this.
Check this out.
No, I'm not going to
Check this out. When she first started, she had all these what she was about. And he still don't know what the hell he about to this day, right? So in her debate, she switched all that to, well, Joe has a plan. So I'm thinking, like, Joe got that whatever plan you give him. You know what I'm saying? Now, just hold on. But they know that if they would put on the on the ballot, she running for president. They know they can't win that way. They know because it's gonna be hard to get people to actually vote for them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So what they did was they said, Joe, you're gonna be the headpiece, but she gonna run the country. I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
I like that.
So what's gonna end up happening? Something gonna happen to Joe. I hate to say it like that. I hope nothing. I hope it ain't nothing to kill him, but Joe gonna be out of commission for a minute, and she gonna end up being the president, dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Flex. Talk about it.
that
First
is
off,
something to think about,
Fecko said,
Yeah.
Halloween is today. That's what Fecko said.
Like, throw it up. As far as that, like, I don't even like to speculate stuff like that because, that's all conspiracy. But to ride with your story, what's going to be different from any other president in my community?
That's real. I ain't
Like,
got that. I ain't get that far.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, the reason why politicians, they have a plan. It's just not normally for people like us. And I'm not just saying just in general, black people.
Minorities.
I'm just saying, not even just minorities. People like people lower income or middle class. Like the middle class really runs America. We are the people who get up and make it work every day.
Blue collar.
Yeah, not just
Absolutely.
blue collar, but just to middle class America, upper middle class America. But so their plans are all, they just be yelling about nothing back and forth anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Politicians don't do nothing but lie.
Yeah.
That's what they.
So
that's
what
they
do
pay
it
to
matter if he in office? Like what do it matter?
You know what? I don't even think they even care.
I mean,
But what it is they in the business of making history now.
go make history by
Hold
making
on,
change
hold
in
on,
the black
hold on.
community. That
I'm
would
just
be
telling you,
very
it's-
historical.
Right, but just
I'm sorry. Go
no, you're not. Go ahead. No, you're not. Like, first of all, stop touching me. You know what I'm saying? Stop touching me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Stop touching me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get your point out, man.
No, see, with you, Flex. I hear you said with politics, nobody a man of the word. They just say things and they don't do it.
Right.
So, like Obama, I remember when you said Obama haven't done anything for the
Exclusively.
Yeah.
If you talk about
you just saying for blacks.
What I said about Obama didn't do anything exclusively for black people. I said that.
But for the minorities,
I said exclusively for black people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you say
Exclusively.
that, what do you mean?
I mean, he didn't do any. Like we all voted for Obama in masses for what?
Could have been black.
Like, let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a Democrat, and Democrats normally do get our vote. But Obama was a great seller of hope, and what we saw in Obama was hope. You know what I'm saying? And when he came through, our communities, they basically are the same. They were the same as they were before.
Absolutely.
You know, every now and then a little more money trickles in to our community. You know what I'm saying? And the economy grows. But for the most part, man, where was something exclusively done for us? Nobody has had a plan, and not necessarily just talking reparations, because reparations is bigger than just giving black folks money. You know, you have to repair what was done. That's what the root word of reparations even is. But nobody has anything that's going to actually repair our community for it to be able to thrive. So that's why our community looks the same under just about any administration. So that's what I said about Obama. Now, Obama did try to push some things through that they blocked. Those weren't things exclusively for black people either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Obama, what he did a real good job of was how he represented
Being liked.
us in the White House. Him and his family did a wonderful job at that.
Obama was concerned being liked by everybody, man. That's just how I see it.
And you can see that he probably could have done more. And I don't like to speculate, but you see Trump just come in, hey, I'm doing this.
Well,
And he did it.
Obama was the most vetoed president ever.
I get
yeah.
that. I get that.
But what Flex is saying is, no matter if he vetoed or not, there was nothing in none of the vetoes was exclusively for black people.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know about
you
that.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I
If
feel what you're saying.
If there was something in there that I can say, well, he did try.
Right.
There's nothing.
Yeah, I
in there.
never looked at
exclusively.
exactly
But there
what
were
was in
things
there.
that obviously pushed through. You know what I'm saying?
But what does the point you was making? You say, yeah, we probably see a little dollar here and there. What does having or changing really mean for us? Like when you say to do something for us, because most people equate that to money, basically.
And but it's more than that.
Opportunity for one. Go ahead, Flex. But
I think it's way bigger than just money.
Uh-huh.
If you in this current situation, right? If they said that we're going to give every black person ADOS, you know, the descendants of slaves here.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to give all of you $1.5 million, right? Some of us is going to be able to do the right thing, but we don't own nothing.
Right.
So how do we continue to generate that wealth? Like, you can give us money and we can spend it back with who?
Back with
Back
them.
with them.
Right.
And it's really bigger than that because it's a mentality that you've programmed in us through generations. I read oh man, what's the name of the book? Joy DeGruy, Dr. Joy DeGruy. It was post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Okay.
Was the name of the book. Shout out to my homeboy Mac. Mac gave me that book. But in that book, she talks about how those traumas are actually passed from slavery, how the traumas were actually passed. Because the trauma from slavery, that programming was passed from them over to the people who eventually became free. All the way to us. The same mentality has been passed. And that needs to be, there's a mental part of this that needs to be repaired along with the economic side.
Right.
Because you can give us money, but if we don't mentally, we not repaired, we just going to give it right back.
They call it a fool with his money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
my opinion.
No, that's a great point, and I think more people need to understand and look at that we are conditioned to do that.
Right.
And it, like you said, money ain't gonna, especially if you're not putting it back into the community, back into your people, and we'll never, like you said, we don't own nothing.
Yeah,
but
so
we
it's gonna
built
be
all
hard.
of it.
Yeah, everything.
We built everything.
So it's the head start that they got from that. Like, it's like, and people see that, and you'll hear people say reverse racism, which, I mean, if you already understand that the system is built on top of us,
right?
And what you said, you can't do to us what we doing to you,
Right.
even to fix it.
Right.
I didn't own slaves.
Right.
Like, so you have to look at those things when you start thinking, when you get into that political realm and start talking about what they're going to do as far as, the black plan, the platinum plan.
The platinum plan.
Well, see, the platinum plan is Donald Trump. Yeah, that's his. So when you say repair, so how do you repair a race? We just say black people. The thinking. How do you repair that? How do you start?
I mean, education. Like, I think that's one of the building blocks. And I'm not talking about, you can't just go and say, well, we're going to start educating your children, which is great.
That's where you got to start.
But you got to educate the
people that's teaching
adults
them.
too.
The people that's teaching them.
The adults need to be,
Yeah.
they're like, it was a thing I used to do. I used to always ask people, tell me something that you learned during Black History Month, because we all went to school during Black History Month, right, for the most part.
Right.
Tell me what you learned about black people. Don't tell me nothing about slavery. Don't tell me about stoplights, Martin Luther King, or peanut butter.
Right.
And once you take that out,
No.
all of a sudden everybody, they mind go blank.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
Because the book tells you, they set up the book to tell you exactly what you need to know.
Think about that.
What they want you to know.
Like a lot of
that's
us,
what I meant.
really, our history of us is in the beginning, we created y'all for slavery.
Yeah.
And y'all did some great things on the way, but we stole that too.
Then,
Yep.
And then a lady came along. She got out of slavery.
Right.
I mean, that's
She
it.
freed the slaves.
Yeah, that's it.
In the underground.
Oh, by the way, Martin Luther King came around.
I mean, like, if you think about how many years how many Februaries have come and gone when you were in school, and what they gave us was nothing.
Right.
You know what?
But you was a slave.
Even when I think about it, they didn't even talk, like you say, they talk about MLK, and of course it was huge for us down here.
Right.
They would take us down there for field trips to
Right.
the house and everything. But they never talked about Malcolm X or the Panthers or anything like that. So it's like, if you didn't have somebody in your circle to make you either read or tell you about it, you ain't getting that.
I'm going to say this. A lot of people are going to disagree with it. Malcolm X and the Panthers was too strong. They was too much trying to
It was
help
too radical.
Yeah. For them to want you to know that
Yeah.
at that age. Because
Yeah.
that might have gave you an idea.
They're not empowering you.
It would have
Yeah,
sparked,
you know
it
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
sparked
See,
you.
they gave you something safe,
Yeah, they give you MLK.
something
Right.
scared, something peaceful.
Yeah.
They wasn't gonna give you, them brothers out there in Oakland is tearing up shit. They ain't gonna give you
And
that.
even so,
Carrying guns.
They didn't even give you the back end of MLK when MLK was really starting to say, well, you know what?
Yeah,
this ain't. You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't even want you to
Like,
know that.
Yeah, one of his most powerful speeches was, when he Dead Prez used it. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
he was, let nobody
Don't never take
your manhood.
Take your manhood.
Like, that was one of his more powerful. But that was towards the end. So he was starting to say, man, we out here kneeling and getting beat up and getting hosed and having dogs sent on us. And
Right.
like, here you saying be peaceful and protest versus people who are violent in everything they do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
that whole programming has been passed down through generations. We praise Martin Luther King as we should, but we should praise him in his entirety. We don't talk about when he said, you know, I believe I'm paraphrasing. I'm not quoting. Please don't beat me up. But I feel like I've led my people into a burning building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like look at Asada. You ain't learned about Asada till you looked it up or some rapper talked about it.
By you saying that, I can guarantee plenty of people who see this ain't gonna know who the hell.
It was a whole bunch of who?
What? Where is she? What?
I mean, but that's real though.
Yeah.
That was self-learned.
Right.
You didn't. That was in no book that you came up in.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. It's not enough of us teaching us about us either.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Even some of us who have greatness in our families don't even know our own family history. Right. Oh, you know, your great grandfather was great. Okay, what did he do?
What did he do?
He was great.
He was an all-star crap shooter. You know, he was.
But I mean, like stuff. I just found out one of my great uncles was, you know, he was a part of the Panthers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Actually was out there and something happened and he had run back to Mississippi and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was kind of ducking the law. Like I just found that out like in the past year.
Right.
Oh wow.
That's dope.
Nobody talks about that stuff.
No, they ain't.
But that's the history I want to know about.
Yeah.
I want to know why this fire burned inside of me for my people. But I see where it is. Y'all just, it's not, it hasn't been fanned.
Right.
Yeah. But you keep the right people around you. You just spread it. I think we, like you said, we need to do better at spreading. Like all of us are well read, and that's why we even got the book club rolling.
Right.
Absolutely.
We got that up, and we got some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
No, it
it's-
ain't over. You got a couple.
It's
more.
up. Yeah.
You did your part already anyway.
Yeah.
You did your part.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have the result up on Tuesday.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll come up Tuesday, and then we'll go ahead and
I'm
get
excited
the
for
book.
that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited. That's
It
what happens when you get old. You get excited for reading.
Read it.
Yeah, that's my new show coming, my new series.
It
What book we
seems
reading?
like one book got the lead on everything. I've been
I saw
I've
that.
been watching that.
Yeah, me too.
Make sure
I'm
we
excited.
we live, right? Make sure y'all
Yeah.
go out and vote. I mean, vote on the book club book.
Book club.
Oh,
Go
you
on
said
there and vote.
go out and vote?
Yeah, for the book club.
On the book
Oh,
club.
okay.
Yeah, we talking about us
Vote,
today.
vote.
Yeah, I know.
Vote.
Yeah, we talking
vote,
about us
vote
today.
too.
You gotta go vote.
Go vote too. Rock the vote. Vote or die. With all of the slogans they've been giving us. Do all that.
Yeah.
Make sure you vote in the book club. Though.
Right.
And vote for something good, man. I'm ready for that.
Yeah. We ready for it. What you rocking up in here, man?
Oh, yeah. Y'all know I've been working on this for a minute, man. The concept came across a while ago. My company name, Rude Intellect, which actually stands for roughly made, possessing highly developed intelligence. Because most of us who come from urban communities are just, you know, everybody say they get it from the mud, they came from the mud, but this is us. Wow. You know, it's about sparking that creativity amongst not only ourselves, but our youth. And, you know, being able to show our
I ain't heard a shot. I ain't heard a cheer.
Hold on, brother. Look,
Nothing.
you know what happened?
Yo.
This ring on my finger is so heavy. I'm tired, man. My hand is tired.
Hey, well, you need to get that tired, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, you know, I've been out here lately, man, just kind of get the hoodies out. My website is not up. I know black people, I know how we get sometimes with that. Oh, man, they got a website. I'm working on everything. I wasn't expecting to launch until spring, but everybody kind of saw the hoodie and it was like, I need one. And
Get behind something great.
Yeah, get behind something great, man.
That
We
bird
appreciate
is
everybody who has supported, man. And the support has been crazy. Like, I was telling Ralph, man, it's kind of happening so fast that I was a little nervous.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But it's good energy nervous.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So I just been kind of riding this wave and just, you know, so much more to come, man. We're going to get out in the streets in the community and try to get some things. And I'm sorry. I got to start framing stuff right. We're going to get out here and start doing things that's positive for our community.
Words are powerful. There you go.
Yeah, words is powerful.
That's what's up.
Yo, believe in self. Let me explain to you. I look at your hat.
Yeah.
And we was talking about, you know, merch and stuff and things that we, you know, been a part of, things we got going.
Right.
And I remember, shout out to our homeboy,
Kabar Lucci.
Yeah, Lucci, because Lucci was one of the first brothers, man. I remember him with his believe in self campaign, man, and he's still going strong with it, man. And he inspires people just to do them. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man.
Absolutely.
You know, go on his website too, and pick up his merch, man. He's a great guy to know, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
And he got YouTube stuff too. Fathers that broke the cycle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that, his movement is major, man. I bought his hat, man. I'm rocking his hat today. I went and I bumped into him to buy his hat, and man, Luch had me for like 30, 40 minutes,
That's what
man.
he gonna do.
Yeah, and he just had me just geeked about my stuff.
Because the fact of the matter.
You know what I'm saying? And the matters in the fact.
The matters in the fact.
But no, for real. Like he just like he's very, his words are powerful. And talking to him, man, that energy, like it was I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's ever done anything, sold anything, tried out for anything, you understand the energy that around you, it moves you.
Yeah.
And his energy that day, man, it was amazing. Thank you, Luch. Thank you. I know you're gonna see this. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah. Shoot, y'all got all this good stuff going on. I'm trying to find something bad to say to bring.
No, we ain't gonna do that. Not today.
Bring the mood down a little bit.
No, that's not. If you need to bring the mood down, you want to talk about the Braves?
You know what? You finna get up out of here. That's what you about to do. That's what you about to do. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm still hurt.
I know
about the
you're
Braves,
salty, yeah.
But they're my boys.
I know
You know what I mean? I told y'all whoever won that. Remember, I told y'all whoever won that series was gonna win the World Series.
You did say
And
that.
sure enough, the Dodgers, and they was just a better team.
The
Bottom
Dodgers.
line.
It really was.
They was a better. And we was the underdog. Everybody jumped on when we went up 3-1.
But you know what happened? The Falcons won earlier that day.
You only get one.
You know y'all ain't gonna win two or
Forever had to
nothing.
go there.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say
You know
it.
y'all ain't gonna
I
win two
knew
or
he was
nothing.
You
gonna
wanted to
say
bring
it.
the mood down.
Yo.
You wanted to bring it back down.
Yeah, you did.
You know, and shout out to the camp I watched the game with last week. The bunch of losers. Yeah, I said it. Bunch of losers. Oh, man, they talking crazy be over there, man.
That is
You was
right.
the only lion over there.
Only line over there. At the end of the game,
Yeah.
everybody was tapping their wrists. You know, let's play this something else. I want to watch the highlights. You know what I'm saying? It's her
Man.
channel. What else on?
So you're not gonna give your
man.
brother a shout out, or you just gonna say the people I was watching? You're not gonna give him a shout out?
No, I ain't giving him no shout out, man. He might not even see this, man. Nope.
Shout out to my brother Harry Cannon. Man.
Man,
goodness.
y'all go ahead and
You're not about to do that.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not about
Whatever.
To do that. You're not
Whatever.
about to do that, man. Hey man.
I'm caught up, man. Moving on, man. Speaking like getting into entertainment.
Yeah.
What's the importance? Because you know the black creators are really coming out of droves right now. What's the importance in the content that they put out this day and age?
So I'll take the lead on this. First off, you got to look at who we consider to be influential, because we're not the ones that's putting these people out here. It's really the consumers, and the consumers of, like you said, the entertainers, mostly now, are musicians, or artists, or rappers, that get the most media. Those guys don't know shit. These young folk, a lot of them really, they don't care to.
Straight up.
They don't care to want to know. They don't care. They all about making money, which the industry has created them for that reason. Whereas I think even with our generation, we had a lot of people that was about their money and their business, but you also had people that was going to talk about some real stuff about community and upbuilding. And so right now, it's bad because I just don't see like the entertainers. I think it's more influential people that aren't necessarily entertainers that are doing more, that are getting more more visual and more attention. But
what about like the directors of movies and things though? Like them the people I was talking about.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, movie industry.
Like,
Yeah,
'cause, I mean, a lot of movies coming out, but it's still the same. Like what's the movie? The brother came out with that did Get Out. Annabella or something like that.
Yeah, the slave.
It started off right there. I'm just like, wait a minute, man. We about to do this again?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Lovecraft TV show.
Yeah.
But I think that one,
That came from a book.
yeah, but I think that's them path in the road. This is my interpretation of it. They path in the road for the green. What?
Paving.
That's what I,
That's
yeah,
what you
yeah.
said.
Pay yeah, that's what I said.
He
For
said path.
Yeah, for the
Pay.
He said
For the-
patent. He was creating patents. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
he's doing my job today.
It was paving the road for the Green Book. That's what I got from it.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch it.
For the
so-
Green Book.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what the Green Book is.
Yeah, why don't you give him a little quick history? Since we talking about all this stuff, tell them what that is.
Go ahead.
The Green Book was back in the day. You had entertainers or anybody that was black. There were certain roads you could not travel. When you went out, there were hotels you couldn't stay at. Like you couldn't just pull up to a hotel. So what they did was the people that would travel along, they usually, most of the time when it was music, they called it the Chitlin line. So they
Chitlin
would
Circuit.
Chitlin Circuit.
Circuit, yeah.
So they, finally he got it. You need to be shooting at him. He the one got you.
Oh, you know the radar is on. Hey, right when he did that, the Spidey senses went up, dog. I said, oh, okay, that's what we doing today?
But they couldn't stay at hotels, so it was certain places where people would have them ducked off. And so they had to make a map, literally, of where you can go in what city and what roads to travel and at what time. Yeah. So you couldn't just pull up and just go to a hotel. You probably come up missing.
If you ain't never seen the movie The Green Book, it is a movie. Yeah. Check that out. You know what I'm
Great.
saying?
Yeah, but, true story.
Yeah, but I just Lovecraft. It's Lovecraft something else. I don't know, but to me, that's just interpretation I got out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing the path for the the Green Book. But I was like, I could be, but then aliens and shit started. I said, all right.
That's why I didn't look at it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I can't get it.
I haven't checked it.
It was pretty good.
To be honest.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
What interpretation did you get from it?
Just like you were saying, the Green Book, because the family is where they travel, and they created a map.
Yeah,
of all the places.
Exactly.
You should go.
That's what I got.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, man,
not really.
Hey man, you good, man? Hey, you go ahead.
Spoiler alert.
It's not really
For him.
Because I ain't seen it. I probably ain't gonna watch it.
But
they created a map. And
Yeah.
that's where the plot starts, and because of the families.
Okay.
And
a lot of things
so
they
you
go
say
through.
Spoiler alert, but I ain't gonna get. That's
No,
all
it
I'm
don't
gonna
matter.
give you.
But it's dope
Yeah.
though. It's just when the alien. I can't do too much.
But
Black
see,
people
if
being
you
oppressed.
finish
went from-
watching it, you'll understand what the alien
What the aliens
part,
was.
what it meant.
Okay, then I get back into it. Then I get back into it.
Okay. So we went from like.
Yeah, we were like we oppressed over here. Now with aliens fucking with us. I'm like, wait, I can't do too much.
We was in Star Trek.
Yeah,
That's why I couldn't look at it.
but it's actually
Because they was put in real history.
Everybody told me it was real good. I just haven't.
Yeah,
I
it
haven't
seems
sat
like
down
it's
and
all
watched
good.
it.
I just ain't into sci-fi all like that.
But you
That's
know how they
what
do
I
in
was
movies. You know, they have this
sci-fi.
dream or whatever. You know, they had this dream.
Yeah.
And they wake up, and then basically that's what it is.
Okay.
It's
But-
something like that.
Did you just give away some more stuff?
Hey, I'm
Spoiler
trying to get him to be quiet. I'm really trying to get him to be quiet.
It sounds like you just gave away some more
He's still
stuff.
doing it. I'm like, damn,
It's
you know,
okay.
be quiet.
It's
Right.
okay.
But just what my point of the question was with entertainment playing such a big influence on the youth, as creators of these movies, are we responsible for the content we put out on the screen now? Because this is the light we've been waiting on. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the Tyler Perry's, the brother that made the Get Out, and I don't know. Excuse me for not knowing his name off the top. But remember how when John Singleton, remember when John Singleton came out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Boys in the Hood was a powerful movie. It showed how a mother could raise her son to a certain point, and then he turned him over to his dad.
Right.
You know that's just part of the movie that we don't get those in movies no more.
Right.
You know, we don't have Boys in the Hoods. We don't have Menace. We got a ton of Menace to Society. They just look weird now.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we got a bunch of slave movies. We 12 years of slavery.
Many. Yeah.
Harriet Tubman. We got what's the one State of with the white man with more white people rescuing
Free
black
Jones,
people.
State of Free Jones, yeah.
Free Jones. You know, we got that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ton of that. But where's our detectives and where's our Matrix and where all
Matrix
these?
is ours.
Yeah, but after the check was wrote. Yeah, after the check was wrote. But
They stole that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they stole that
saying?
from
But-
the sister.
That's American history.
But what I'm
you want to
saying
get
is-
rich quick? Go find some black
Like-
creator and steal all their content.
like the faces in these movies. Like I remember when the Tyler Perry movie Alex Cross. You know what I'm saying? That was because I'm not into the whole the dress and all. I can't. I'm not his crowd on that. You know what I'm saying? But the Alex Cross movie I thought was very good.
I didn't see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Me either.
Y'all didn't see it? Yeah, check it out, man. He ain't got no dress on or nothing.
know he a
He
detective or
detective.
something,
Yeah,
right?
it's a straight movie though. But I think we need to move towards the James Bonds and the get actual heroes for people that's coming up. Because if you think about it, all our heroes now, they X-Men and things like that. That's not reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where are these movies that's gonna be created for reality?
Okay.
So if I can jump in and kind of piggyback and give a little opinion on that too, I think it's our responsibility to hold ourselves accountable to the content we create.
So you just said yes to what he asked.
So what I was saying is,
But nobody never asked the question, so he's asking the first one. So,
Yeah.
cause y'all talking around. So what I
You're
and
not gonna come on our show with all that.
you're right. I will come on y'all. I'm a guest.
No, you ain't no
co-host,
guest.
slash
Right, you ain't no guest.
Slash all of that.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of slashes. But no, seriously, man. I'm gonna do this for black men here. So I'm gonna say, as black men, we definitely need to take a leading role in being accountable and a responsibility for what's going on in our community.
Right.
I believe everybody else will follow that trend if they see us in masses doing it.
In a better light, though. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah, you know what though? I agree with everything you're saying, but you know the movies that usually get the awards and all that, it be the ones that'll be about people doing wheelies on motorcycles in Philly and stuff like
hey,
that.
I swear to you, I almost cursed when you said something about an award.
Yeah, I don't even.
I'm just saying, but those are the ones
I
that
agree.
that
Yeah,
the
it'll be
industry will push.
I mean, that makes
faster
that's
versus-
important. That's important to the artist.
Yeah,
I get
to
what you're
the
saying.
artists, yeah.
Let me
But
say, I think it's time for us to not worry about what awards another culture gives us and start worrying about what we do to reward our culture with great content.
That's
I
real.
agree.
That's real.
You understand?
That's real.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like their awards are like, yeah, that's over there.
Right.
But what this young black kid sees that they can actually do to further what we.
Because you know we just
Yeah,
showed
let
them.
them stand on our shoulders so
Yeah.
they can see further.
Because we just showed them P Valley. I mean, it's reality for real. It's real. That's what we pushing though.
right,
Because they pushing that hard.
right.
I haven't seen that.
Even
I haven't either. But
even the-
I've heard it. I've heard
But you
about
know,
it.
yeah,
Like-
I haven't
like,
watched any of this stuff.
I haven't watched the third season of The Shy, but I heard one
haven't
dude
seen the
left because
first.
they wanted him to be with a transgender or something. Like, so now you want people to really step outside themselves for money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Ain't that what Hollywood is?
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say.
but the dude left. I mean, he left.
I ain't mean to steal your
No,
stuff.
no, you good. You
Somebody
good.
deleting.
One of the dudes on the show, they want his character was gonna meet up with a transgender or something. I don't know, man. But he was like, nah, I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it was a scene he had to do. He was like, I ain't doing that. So instead of a compromise somehow, because this, director is
They
a
just
black
wrote
woman and she's gay.
They just wrote them out.
She just took him off the show.
I mean,
That's
where are we with this though? Like how come our movement as a black community is like, why is our movement so weak? Like, you know what I'm saying? The LGBTQ community, they move in unison.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And our community kind of is just like we doing this over here, and
Right.
it's like sports fanhood. Like
But
everybody's got
this-
their
this
team
is
and
my
they roll
problem.
with whatever
This-
the team is.
This is my problem even with that though. When is it gonna be about us as a whole?
Who's us? Define us.
Black people. I don't care if you transgender, straight. When is everybody gonna say, let me put my agenda to the side and let me get the house right first
Okay.
before we start jumping out the windows?
Right.
So
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's the major problem. Because at the end of the day, like it's a lot of arguments out there where people say, well, this plan didn't involve gay people or this plan didn't involve women, but it was about black people.
Right.
So if you don't fall under that, is that not what you classify as, or you classify as I'm not black, I'm gay?
Right.
Like,
right. That's not a race.
like what are we doing?
Yeah.
it's funny you say that, but when did that start? Like that started probably right around the time with civil rights when the women's rights movement came
Right.
through, and so people don't get this twisted. I'm all for everybody getting the rights that they deserve,
Absolutely.
but it's just it always has amazed me how somebody like a woman. You definitely get treated unfair, and I understand that women see black men as just trying to obtain the power that white men have in
Right.
America.
Right.
But that's not what this is about. I am literally talking about black people in America coming together and empowering each other. I want women, period, to be treated equal.
Right.
I want the
To get
LGBTQ
whatever
to
they
be
need.
treated
Right.
fairly. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not necessarily about what you feel about what a person is. It's about that person being treated the same as everyone else. And
Absolutely.
being someone who's
Right.
been oppressed
Absolutely.
or lived under
still-
oppression.
still is.
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's why I wanted to change it.
Yeah.
But I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, but every time we split off into a different category, it all it does is weaken the overall
creates
movement.
division.
Absolutely.
Like for real, everybody should be pushing the like for really because we still fighting for like a civil rights type thing. Everybody should be pushing that.
Right.
You know, like it's ridiculous the way women are unfairly paid and treated
in every way.
You know what I'm saying? Just the same way it's ridiculous that black people can't move like a white people can.
Right.
So I don't disagree with but it just seems like every time black people get momentum to moving forward, it's always. But what about this? Like the thing that happened with Ice Cube, and I don't want to switch gears, but this is the same thing.
Right.
The women, I don't know the name of the show, so I apologize. But
with the 4 chicks,
Yeah.
is it The View?
No, that's definitely not
Lisa Ray and Vivica Fox.
What's the?
They call it
I'm at work at this time of day.
Queens, Wine and Queens, or something like that.
Only thing I wanted to do to reference it, and I thought it was kind of jive dirty how they did Ice Cube. So I really don't even want to big they show up. Even if it's great, even though they're black women, I don't want to big it up, but I want you to succeed.
Right.
But what I want to say is, it's amazing to me that those black women would attack him and say, "There's nothing in here for black women in your plan." He's like, he had a plan for black people. Well, what about black women? Y'all not black people.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that whole thing
that
has
mindset.
But it's another part of the program. And I'm not saying it's not. So there's not some valid points to it.
Right.
But instead of attacking him for saying it's not in there, they say, hey, we got some great ideas that for women that we can add in there that I think would make your plan even more attractive to all of us to feel more inclusive. And then if you get somebody from the LGBTQ community, I'm sorry when I
it's a lot of it's a lot of
I just
it's a
want to
lot.
make sure I say it right. And get somebody in there to say, well, like these are the things that we searching for amongst us as people of color, and bring the whole thing together instead of attacking him, saying why you ain't got nothing in here for black. Like that was, to me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not knocking how they feel, but it's just I felt like it was mishandled. You know what I'm saying? You attack somebody who's trying to do something for the betterment of black people, and I don't want to be that person. Let's add, like, for those women, if this ever comes across your desk and you see it, like, yo, help. Just say, hey, you know what? Let's try to add this to your plan. Right. And for anybody else out there, just add to the plan.
Let's get something first and then add on. How about that? How about we just sum it up like that?
I can understand that theory, but that's like white America telling us, well, let's vote Biden in and we'll talk about what you want to talk about after we get in.
But amongst black people, though, we got to get everybody first. There's no way. Like if they take, let me finish.
No, I'm good.
If the alphabet, because I don't know it, so I ain't about to try it. If they take their plan up there first, that's strictly for them. If even if it's a heterosexual group and they take a plan up there, that's strictly for them. Mm-hmm. Let's get everybody together. Get something for everybody. Then if you want to add, it's like buying a house and then adding a deck to the back.
Okay.
Let's get the house first, and then add the deck. Let's get the deck, then change the fence in the front. I mean, it's just something. But you can't go and get the deck and you ain't even got the house yet. Like that's crazy.
And I understand that, but I think the difference between what I'm saying and what you're saying is for women, the black women and the LGBTQ community, what they're saying is if it ain't no deck and it ain't no fence, because that's what I'm gonna be at or whatever it is, however it's gonna be, then I don't even want the house. So what I'm saying is all of us collectively, like we need to get everybody together to say, listen, we're about to build not just a house, a community. Where we can thrive. And this is the plan to do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I think those leaders from those different groups should actually, I would have liked to just see or hear that they just reached out to Cube and said, hey, you know what you got going is a good idea. This is what we were thinking over there. How can we add what we talking about into your plan to make it stronger? All it's going to do is strengthen what he's presenting to America. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Y'all basically just said the same thing.
I thought so too.
I don't think so because he's saying let's get the house first. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying the same thing as him.
You're saying
from another.
What you're saying is everybody get a piece of a plan and put it all together.
Yes.
Right. I'm saying
that's the house.
Let's get everybody together and then move from there.
Okay, because I didn't hear that.
What you didn't hear that?
Because what I'm hearing you say, and I could be wrong because y'all know I work around, a lot of loud noise. So my hearing ain't the best. I'll admit that. But what I hear you say when you say that, I hear you say when I say that, you said, let's just get the house first and we'll work on the other stuff later. But then when I hear that, I'm telling you, I hear you saying, oh, well, as soon as you get us in, we'll figure out your deal later. I understand that because that's what I feel like politicians do to us. Yeah. So that's why I didn't, if you saying the same thing out here, I just didn't hear it that way.
I hear the difference what he's saying.
I apologize for that.
I hear the difference.
I know y'all gonna always get on me because,
Because what?
That's what, man.
I'm brown skinned. No, I was just joking.
Get another one.
You get another one. Because he brown skinned.
I ain't have nothing. I had to
go what you got. Go what you got. Go what you got.
I'm gonna go back. Gerard made the good point of what I was talking about, and the perfect example.
That man got 2 names. Give him his props, man. Let everybody know who he is.
Brother Stevens.
I can't read.
Gerard Stevens.
Look at me. I didn't have to read.
What up,
I got
B?
by on my looks.
Yeah, B.
What up, though?
Perfect example of what he's talking about when we was talking about the creativity. Oh, you don't even know what he said.
Yeah, I pulled it up too.
Oh, okay. When you was talking about the creativity, and he said it's not necessarily the content, it's the company that picks up the movie / content. We can write about it, act it out the roles, but also the movie hit the big screen is the problem. WB, Lionsgate, Paramount, etc. Perfect example of what he was talking about was Red Tails.
Right.
Great movie.
That was a horrible movie.
I like Red
No.
Tails.
No, let me tell you why. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Yeah, finish.
It was horrible. HBO did one that was way better. Red Tails was terrible because it was made 2 years before it hit the screen. You know why? Because no movie studio wanted to pick it up because it didn't have a white lead.
Okay.
And oh boy, George Lucas, Star Wars, said, I put my money behind it and put the movie out. Right. He did that with his own money. Okay. That's why it was terrible.
Did that make it a terrible movie, or because that's you saying 2 different things?
The movie was terrible compared to the HBO one. The HBO one was way better than Red Tails. Red Tails was it was almost like a cartoon version of it. To be honest,
did either one have a black lead?
Which one on HBO?
Either one, I don't know.
Yeah, both of them. They all have black lead.
I'm okay.
But that's why But the point is that the movie studios would not put it out.
I mean, that's what they do. But that's what I said earlier. Where we at right now? Tyler Perry got his own studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of deals they got to make, but the content that come out now, we got to be responsible for that, bro.
Definitely.
I mean, and everybody can tell me, these movies are out. They on the lower level. I don't watch a lot of movies on. Y'all know what Tubi is?
Who?
Tubi. It's on my cable.
It's like a free site.
Yeah, and that's where all these B movies go. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them be. I mean, the acting be bad. You know what I'm saying? They just be put together just wrong. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, let's get the Samuels. Let's get all these people, the new up and coming, black actors and shit, actresses, to get involved in these positive movies though. Like, how many slave movies do y'all need? And I ain't saying that
that's programmed.
And I ain't saying and I ain't saying that to say that it's not important because it's important. Everybody know,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But damn, we putting a lot of energy behind these movies, man. Where the energy for something else?
Yeah, they here and there, but you do have to find them. Like Denzel's son just did.
10th or something like that. I ain't seen it yet.
Like that. It's got good reviews.
But he's in some good movies though.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's in some good movies.
He's a good actor.
Go ahead.
It's funny that you kind of mentioned something about having to have a white lead. Like Black Panther was Marvel's movie as far as singular superhero movie. Yeah. And at the end of the day, he still needed the help from the white.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
to save Wakanda.
For real.
But you know what I'm saying? So it's just funny that you say that, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Derek Carr too. I see you just listening in the building.
Just listening in the building. Please check out them.
Agree with you, Ralph.
Yo, please check out Just Listen on YouTube. You got Carr's Corner. You got Phil Moore. He do a little something too.
What's the name of it?
It's Just Listen is the name of it.
No, I know Just Listen is the name.
Yeah, I can't think of Phil's part. Yeah, he got a segment too. But please, that's what I'm saying. Please check these brothers out, man. They are hilarious. Yeah. Shout out to the third dude. My bad, my memory. I don't know your name. Shout out to the third dude.
You're not going to do that.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, please. I don't know the dude's name. Like, am I wrong for that? I play flag football with Phil, and me and Carr work together. I don't ain't never seen the dude before.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely understand what you were saying about that.
This guy here. This guy here is something else, man. But on the real, man, just y'all get a chance, man. Check them brothers out, man. Yes. They are hilarious.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. While we shouting folk out, want to shout out Afro Rican. He had to
Oh
take
yeah,
off.
Afro Rican. Matter of fact, the hell with the Afro Rican. We want to shout out his wife, man.
Shauna Crespo, a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy born
Yeah,
day.
happy
I seen
birthday,
y'all
sis.
out
Bless
there
up, bless
toasting
up, bless
it
up.
I
Boop,
seen, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now we can say, yeah, all right, Crespo. No, you know I love it.
Hey, yeah, love y'all,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Love y'all. Cheers.
Enjoy your
man.
time. Let's take a minute and talk about Philadelphia. I want to make sure the name is right before we go into it. So the name is
Walter Wallace Jr.
Walter Wallace Jr. got into a domestic dispute. Police was called. Man took 10 shots in front of his mother. She begged and pleaded with the cops. He had a knife. He did have a knife. Let me not forget that. She begged and pleaded with the cops not to shoot her son. They gave him 10. You know, a lot of people say that black people overreacting with the whole Black Lives Matter, with the, you know, the things that's going around the world. But here's another example of injustice. You can't get this back. It won't. You can't take this. You can't take this one back. Brianna, you can't take that one back. Why? My question is, what is a stun gun for? Because ain't nobody pulling them. Everybody pulling the heat. You got 2 cops standing in front of a man with a knife, and he didn't look like John Wick to me. So I don't know, you know, if he was crafty with it. But at what point do lives matter to a black life matter to anybody that ain't black?
Right. I think it falls now on when we was talking about conditioning. Now they know that they can do it and get away with it.
Man, we target
And that's
practice,
the
man.
part. Literally, they know they can get away
We
with it.
target practice, and all they doing is throwing money at families. Like, yeah, okay, take this.
They even got the cop that got
The
shot.
cop that got shot
now
is suing the boyfriend of
the
Breonna
boyfriend
Taylor.
of Breonna Taylor. Come
Pain
on.
and suffering,
That's your
trauma,
job.
all that. Yeah,
You signed up for this job,
he's suing.
so
Yeah,
you
suing
don't
him.
sue everybody
Yeah.
that you get in an altercation with as a cop. That's crazy.
So I understand what's going on. Like, and it's these are all sad situations. As a member of the black community, I actually want to ask the black community, when do we start pulling our own resources together? Because they're not going to reform the police change,
Yeah,
or like, you know, like the police policies. Because I want to make sure I said that right. They're not going to reform this stuff. They're definitely not going to defund them. What is our response to how we are treated and how we move in our community? Because it's time for us to come up with a different plan that is exclusive to us, that we come up with. If others want to support, we definitely will accept the support. But it's time for us to move exclusively to this is how things are going to happen here. And I think that's kind of where we are with this. Because this isn't going to stop, man. The slave patrol is not going to stop.
That's what
stop
it is.
killing
Yes,
black
it
folks.
is. Yep.
People are not going to value our lives. To be honest with you, we're not even going to value our own lives until we start stepping up as black men in our community and saying this ain't how we move no more.
This ain't
I
happening.
understand that's how that happened, but this ain't how we move no more.
Absolutely.
So like that is my question to our community. Like, what is our alternative to waiting on somebody to ride in on a white horse and save us? You know, like it's just getting it's ridiculous.
Right.
You know, it's just amazing to me how a white shooter can go into a building and kill a bunch of people. I'm not even gonna put a number on it.
Right.
And they'll pull him out alive, feed him,
It was 9 people.
and take him. 9 people. I'm glad you had that number. Appreciate that. You know, you're a real good statistician. Statistician. I got it right. I had to correct myself before you got me.
Okay.
Because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But like,
waiting.
yo,
He got a
when,
cop.
man, like, yo, how are these people brought in? Like, and it's a bunch of them. Like I don't understand it, and they're not just coming and saying, "Hey, man, hands up." They're not. That's not how that's working.
Right.
How is it that these non-lethal ways of taking down white people? Why aren't those used in my community? Like that's my question to my local politicians.
And that's the thing I was talking to a friend about. Police are trained to kill. I got a friend who's a policeman, and that's what they taught, to kill, not to wound.
That's my question then.
And so, but when it comes to like white people, I see on videos, you have a guy with a machete attacking like 6 or 7 policemen, but they take him down. He cut a captain, but they take him in handcuffs. But when it comes to us, they shoot to kill. It's like we're a monster. They're like, oh, this is the big black monster.
Well, they already explained to y'all that, we were animals.
Yeah.
You're not a man. You got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? We was 3/5 of a man. So, like, they've already told you what, like, we are still viewed as property. You know what I'm saying? But not as high as, like, a dog. Because if you go out and kill somebody's dog,
you're going to jail.
Real quick. You can see a bum and dog. People going to feed the dog before they feed the bum.
Like, so it's a lot of this, and I didn't hear about that part about the cop, that captain with Breonna Taylor. That's cowardly, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And we still should be pushing for justice for Breonna Taylor. Like out of all of these, like that one there, it always broke my heart.
Right.
I think every time I've been on this show, I've mentioned her name, and I just want to make sure like we don't need to forget what's going on. Right. And what's happening?
Aubrey, that case ain't settled yet.
Aubrey. I mean, like George Floyd. Like the
like,
list
these cases
is like
still
the list
open.
is continuously growing.
And I think they went back and was opening up the files for the Breonna case.
Yeah.
I
had saw something about that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything.
And
recently,
I don't want to call his name out.
That
dude, but he is the ultimate coon. And I hate to say that
He was on the other side.
You deserve that.
Yeah. He was on the other side.
From the reports and the rumors that's coming out. Brother, man, you just completely you crushed
you hurt us.
Yeah, man, you dogged your community, man.
Yep.
The same community that probably lifted you to the point that you at, man. Like the people who supported you, your mom, your dad, you let them down with that nonsense.
Absolutely.
Right.
Another thing I want to ask y'all real quick. What's going on, Mr. We good? I got a question.
No, we good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got that.
What do y'all think about like these celebrities coming out with like the black celebrities, rappers? Supporting Trump and stuff like that. Like, how do y'all feel about that? And if you actually were Republican rich, I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah.
How would you feel personally about voting for yourself over your community?
Yeah.
Why y'all looking at me?
That's a great question.
I go ahead. First off, these folks coming out supporting Trump. First off, look, they're clowns. I told y'all from day one I don't support 50 at all. People ask me, why you don't look at Power? I don't like 50. He's a grown, rich kid, okay? And he shows it all the time. So with him doing his thing, I was like, I could care less. He told y'all what he about. Same thing with Lil Wayne. I just pulled up a little interview he had in 2016 where the lady asked him about Black Lives Matter. He said, if it ain't connected to me, I could give 2 shits about it.
What is that?
What is that? I don't know what that is.
He said, that man said a white man saved his life, so he don't,
Yeah, he said, all my fans is white. When I go see, I see my fans is white.
He say white man saved
I don't
his
see
life,
race.
all that.
Okay. So, again, they're clowns.
Right.
Clowns.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. But the main 2 that people are going to be looking,
Ice Cube and Killer Mike. I could never say nothing bad about what they trying to do. I feel like it's something that they don't have to do, but they care about their people, so they do what they do. How they vote, I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What is it, 400,000? You make 400,000.
Something about Biden's tax plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna say this to us, because I just feel like at the end of the day, somebody always gonna do what's best for them. You know what I'm saying?
So is that answering the second part of it?
I don't know. You gonna let me finish? What
well, you cut me off. I ain't even get finished. Yeah,
you finished?
No. Go ahead.
Put the ring. Put the ring away. Put the ring away. Put the ring away. Put the ring away.
Hey.
But I mean, anybody using their voice for whatever they believe in, I ain't mad at it, man. Mm-hmm. I might not agree with it. Mm-hmm. I ain't mad at it. At least you saying something. You ain't just taking people money out here You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to, if your fans need that, you feel like your fans need to hear you say something, then fine, man. As long as you ain't out here saying don't vote. That shit, I can't deal with that. I don't give a fuck you Republican or Democrat. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, nah, I'm not for it.
So,
But you gonna answer the question though?
If I was Republican rich and I was running for something, would I vote for me over what's best for my community? I'm definitely gonna go for the community.
I respect that.
For me, I look at everything around me. I understand that's bigger than me. It's only so much I'm gonna be able to do.
Yeah.
So in order to get stuff in motion, you need a village to move. And just you by yourself it's not gonna work. So I've always been humble enough to take a back seat and try to make everything else go how it's supposed to go. So
Right.
yeah.
What about you, Theo?
Oh, it's definitely my community.
Definitely. Why?
White people, just other races. I'm just saying, other races can they can go back into their history. They can find their ancestors. They can find everybody. Black people, we just can go to. I just say my family. Like my grandmother, we heard she's Indian. She's black Indian, but when you see a picture, she's a high yellow lady, and that's my mother's mother. But we can't go no further than that. And so all she knows, she's black, but she knows she had that Indian heritage. But when it comes to my community, I just love my community. I love everything about black people.
Right.
I'm not going to, I got friends, they need to stop sagging. I said, why? Is it a problem? Oh, they walking around and the girls need to stop wearing this. Well, this is our community. And then when you look around, other communities are gonna be following us too. They always follow us.
I mean, we the leaders.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, like,
And
know.
I'm not gonna put down my community. I just won't.
cultivate the
I just
culture.
won't do it.
Go ahead.
For me, I would love to believe that I would, no matter, even if I was Republican rich, like rich,
Right.
I would always go for my community just because what's instilled within me. Shout out to my brother Gary Muhammad at work, but one thing he always say, and it's something that even my parents say, like, no man can overcome the condition of his people.
Right.
So, and when you hear stuff like that, it's like, and I'm gonna try to quote it, and I'm gonna curse too, Mom, so I apologize. But it's like when Kanye said, "When it all falls down, even if you in a Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So no matter how big 50 or Wayne, like at the end of the day, when things start saucing out, man, they look at you the same way they look at me the same way they look at our Jamaican family and our British black family and everybody in Africa that's out, like they look at us all the same.
Have you noticed also that all of those people, they were entertainers. They weren't no intellects. That's what they look for us, to entertain them.
Absolutely.
That's all.
That's what you've been here for.
Hey, man,
Even in slavery,
what they tell LeBron, man? Shut up and play
Shut up and
basketball.
dribble.
You know what I'm saying? They told LeBron to shut up and play
them
basketball.
people, everybody, Herschel Walker.
Hey, man.
Oh God.
Georgia native. Let me put that out there. Georgia native.
I'm
Yo,
gonna look past that.
Herschel, man, if you ever come across
I'm gonna look
this,
past that.
I just want to say one thing.
I can't vouch for that, dude.
Do better.
Much better.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got a lot of room to grow, Herschel.
Word up.
Yeah, it's terrible, but they all entertaining. So it's just
Right.
like, you just still entertaining them. So, and they don't speak for us. Yeah. Screw them.
But if they don't, then why does Cuban Killer Mike?
What do you mean? Say that again.
If they don't speak for us, then neither does Killer Mike and Ice Cube.
It's some people out there they do speak for it. Absolutely. I mean, everybody don't feel like you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like our community is definitely divided.
Hey, man. They say,
priorities.
Hey man, they
why,
speaking for somebody that agree with what they saying, man.
Yeah.
And he looked just like you.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What they say, when they talk about the voting, when they say the forest kept voting for the axe because they thought it was one of them because the handle looked like them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Never heard
saying?
that before.
Yeah, I probably misquoted it, but yeah, it's something like that. The trees kept voting for the axe because the handle looked like one of them.
Yeah, Uncle Leroy told you that. That sounds like something.
No, that wasn't Uncle Leroy.
Damn, man. You put a name on him?
I don't even think I got an Uncle Leroy.
You got Uncle Leroy?
I don't think so.
No Leroy.
I got a lot of
What's
uncles.
what's the oldest name, like the oldest sounding name you got, uncles? Like
I don't want to. Hey man, rest in peace to my uncle Wilbert. He just passed away in April. But I did have an
Rest in
aunt
peace.
on my mom's side, on my dad's side, and her name was Aunt Eula.
wow, yeah, that's back.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Aunt Eula. But Aunt Eula was the freshest.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when in the 80s, she had a full length light blue mink, and she had the light blue tint in her gray hair. She was fabulous.
Yeah.
I loved her.
Shout out.
Yeah, man, I loved her.
Well, I did a good job running this show today because you actually was terrible. But you know, it is what it is. I like to thank the studio audience / security / camera people / brothers that we love for coming on today. You know what I'm saying? Afro Rican couldn't be here. You know, we love him to death. But we got to get out of here, man.
Do we?
Yeah,
Time?
cameraman got a date, something. I don't know. Our cameraman came dressed like that at a concert. We don't know what's going on.
If it isn't love, why are you dressed this way?
We don't know what's going on, baby. We gonna get out their way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't take that as personal. I need the show to come out on Tuesday. On Tuesday, sir.
Please, sir, shut up before you have us on Thursday. Coming out Thursday night.
Yo, but Tuesday is a very important day. If you ain't did it yet, please get out there and make your voice heard.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
We gone.
I didn't even wait on his breakdown, did he?
Nah.
He ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna let it play though.
All right.
I'm just saying, though, you the one jumping
You
out the
always love
cliff.
breakdown.
You know, you jumping out the
always talk
cliff.
during the
I
breakdown.
know when somebody hold my spot, man. I'm here for black hole, man. You can get Crespo's spot. You can't have mine.
I don't want your spot. I want hey Crespo. I just kept the seat warm. I'm out the way.
Yo, but all nonsense aside, rude intellect.
Yes, rude intellect
Come on, man.
Website coming
soon.
Y'all know what I say.
Yeah.
Support the one you know, like the one you don't.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed, man.
For sure. Hold on. Yeah, wait now.
Oh, now you want to
Yeah,
wait.
wait now.
We had to force you to get here.
Right.
I got $100. Somebody find out what they say. I got $100.
Let me
Shouldn't
call
have did that because I got the original
Yeah, I
track.
was about to say, yeah. Go ahead,
Hey,
look that up.
you know I ain't paying the people.
Hey, man, we love y'all, man.
Rock
We'll
the
see y'all
vote.
later.
Peace.